right, greetings and salutations. We welcome you once again to the Hump Day edition of Black to Business, hosted by the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, hosted by yours truly, Chairman of the Board, Dr. Edward B. Coulon Smith. And today, I have some very powerful guests who cook some delicious food. Now, wait till you hear this name. You're going to be I somewhat overwhelmed like I was when I first heard the name and had to get the clarity of it. But I have with me the CEO and co-founders of Taste of Louisiana. Get this, Utah. So with me I have none other than Chef Jarrell and Chef Helena Carter of the Taste of Louisiana, Utah. How y'all doing?
All right.
Great.
Welcome to Black to Business.
All right.
Now tell me, who is Chef Jarrell and who is Helena Carter? And tell us a little bit about yourselves, including your educational and occupational experiences.
All right. Well, we are Chefs Jarrell and Helena Carter, military retirees of 22 years, having been all around the world and retired in 2010 in Utah and decided to stay in Utah after, many, like I said, military endeavors, educational endeavors, operational endeavors, and we decided to open Taste of Louisiana, Utah, being that it was an underserved market. We wanted to bring a Taste of Louisiana to that market and just let our neighbors know what Louisiana food was, because we figured we could be an asset to that demographic, being that it was Utah, if that makes sense.
Gotcha. Chef Jarrell, what you have to add?
Well, she's pretty much spoke on everything. How we really got into the food business, my wife is her professional background, and my daughter used to do pageants. And so we was doing fundraisers when we was in Utah, and we decided to get a food truck. And we went from doing, food fundraisers with our cooking, and then we got a food truck, and then we ended up getting a restaurant. We had a restaurant for a few years in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
And that's how we was able to branch into the food service business. But we had been doing, my wife had a long history of being in food service even before she joined the military.
Gotcha.
And so this is what drove me into it. And then I was in the military for 22 and a half years. I was in logistics. And I did a vast of things in the military. I was able to get my degree, my wife as well. She got a little more education than me, as far as school-wise. But we worked together. We won, so it doesn't matter.
Y'all a good team.
Yes.
All right, so the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce serves New Orleans Parish, Jefferson Parish, Plaquemine Parish, Tangipahoa Hope Parish, Washington Parish, St. Charles Parish, St. James, St. John, St. Tammany, St. Bernard. So we serve all the saints, as well as Terrebonne Parish. And the reason I bring that up, for all the parishes that we serve, I've had now, it's been two fellow Washington Parish members to come on the show. So, Brother Jarrell, can you tell the listening audience where you from?
Okay, I'm from Bogalusa, Louisiana.
That is in Washington Parish.
Washington Parish, 100.
All right, so I say that because although I'm from here, I grew up in Angela, Louisiana, which is in Washington Parish, and I had one of my classmates on, and we serve the Washington Parish. We serve Washington Parish. So if you are listening and you want to talk to some of your home parish people, or you want to be a part of the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce, we will be coming to Washington Parish soon. Call us at phone in, dial in, call in at 504-582-9422. to be a part of this conversation. So I hope you eat something real good. I know it's your lunchtime, but please tune in and please call in. So with all that being said, when and why did you become chefs?
Well, having grown up in the hospitality and catering industry as a child, it started at my mom. I'm from California originally, but I have Louisiana roots with my grandparents,
Okay.
and my great grandparents are from Louisiana. So growing up, we used to do a lot of home based catering business. My mom was also a banquet chef for a 5-star hotel industry for over 13 years. So I used to do a lot of helping with her catering business as a child coming up. So when I became an adult and decided what I was going to do, I was like, well, went to school. My undergrad is business, and I have a graduate degree in human relations. But I figure, hey, whatever I do, I'm going to need to know how to take care of business, and I'm going to be dealing with people.
Correct.
And so after going to the Army and doing all that and my education, and then of course my husband, he always was like, hey, we should open up a restaurant. And I was like, no, because I know it's hard work. It's a lot of work for minimal to no returns. But being that that's my passion, it was like we were led back to do it. So I said, hey, we can do the food truck, and that way we can have a little bit more control over our schedules, and we can still be able to operate in our passions. And so that's what we ended up doing, and it's been good. It's been real. But I will say that being in Utah, taking that leap, because you think, well, why Utah of all places? Because we could have opened Taste of Louisiana up in anywhere, but we decided, like I said, to open it up there because it was an underserved market. And that was back in 2016 when we launched the business there. And it, with the help of loyal our customer base, we have a wide array of customers that have supported us throughout the years. We were able to open our first restaurant in Salt Lake City in 2022.
Okay. So was that tell me about an experience such as opening a Taste of Louisiana, Utah, in Salt Lake City, Utah. How was that experience? And how did the people receive it?
Well, let's just say we were the taste that they didn't know they needed in their life.
Ah.
And so it was an opportunity to bridge cultural gaps, because that had a lot to do with why we chose that place. I mean, being that we were there, we had been stationed in Utah. We had been there for 17 years, and we thought, hey, this is an opportunity to use our gifts to bridge cultural gaps, and also be able to allow people to experience the goodness of Louisiana food. So at first, people are kind of, oh, I don't know, is it spicy? Right. We're not sure. We don't like spicy food and all that. But we were able to get people to try it because everybody loves free, right? Free 99. Yeah. So that was a big part of our brand, and our hospitality approach was we offered people free samples at our food truck and at our restaurant. And then that would start the conversation, and it would kind of go from there.
Gotcha. So how does Taste of Louisiana, Utah differ from other catering companies?
Well, I answer that. Well, that's the whole thing, the flavor that we bring, because when we're talking about being in Utah, it's pretty, they bland, and nothing against it. Right. I mean, I stayed there 17 years, but, the food is what it is. But, as my wife was speaking of, we want to bring that flavor, bring something different. We was able to collaborate together to come up with some of our own original dishes as well, which one is called Cajun Collaboration, which is rice with collard greens, chicken or sausage. Either the chicken could be grilled or deep fried, and you can throw in shrimp for extra. And then we have our sauce our special sauce that we make, that we came up with, that we it's called sassy sauce, that we put on the top of this dish.
Okay.
And sassy sauce you can use it on various different foods, but it's amazing. It's gonna be on the shelf hopefully
I was just
soon.
about to ask you that.
Yeah. We're going through the
So,
process.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going through the processes now with LSU. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you can stay tuned to see the sassy sauce on the shelf. All right. So how can members of the listening audience secure a taste of Louisiana, Utah for an event?
So you can reach out to us at our website on tasteoflouisianautah.com and fill out an inquiry, and we can just begin the conversation to collaborate and just discuss what your needs are and kind of go from there. Some people they're not sure, but they just want to get some ideas and kind of go from there. And we can help you throughout your process as far as facilitating what your needs are. And like I said, even if you don't know, we can set up what we call discovery dinners where you can come and you can taste the product and come and, tour and just meet with us and just kind of go from there and see how that leads you, and just allow us to be able to share our gifts with you.
All right. So what do you hope the taste of Louisiana, Utah will bring to our community?
Well, I hope that it will help to enhance community just in, like I said, what our brand offers. And when I think about what sets us apart, it's important to us that we're more than just, a hospitality and food catering company, but it's more about an experience and what we can do together to enhance your experience, but also just make, our community a better place with utilizing our gifts of service and hospitality.
Tell the listening audience about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation Culinary Catapult Program, and how did you get involved?
So the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation program was a wonderful program that I came to know about from one of my mentors in Utah. She actually, sent me the information for me to look into to see about applying for it. And, as anything, just put the information out there for us to do the work and apply and see what happens. And just so happened that as I applied and I interviewed and went through the selection process, I was able to become selected. And upon going through that program, it was just an awesome time to just sit with fellow business, food and beverage business entrepreneurs, and just learn about not only about what we could offer as food and beverage entrepreneurs, but how we could support one another and how we could grow our businesses, and just really hone in on what it takes, and not just talk about what it takes, but actually have some hands-on experiences and share and allow that peer development process to grow and to help us foster one another's business endeavors.
Okay. Well, the New Orleans Region Black Chamber of Commerce is a sponsor of the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation Culinary Catapult Program. And I had a lucky opportunity to be one of the pits judges to listen to the various pitches that took place, to listen to the people who were in the program. And I have now been blessed to have the opportunity to get to know these guys and now have them on the show. So then you too can listen and hopefully you too can be a part of this program. So what was your experience like being in the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation Culinary Catapult Program, and how did it help you?
Well, one of my greatest takeaways from the program was just the intimate setting. And when I say intimate, I mean it was hands-on enough that I felt like the information that I was getting, it was genuine. Not that other programs are not genuine, but sometimes programs can be so broad as far as the participants, you might just feel like, oh, I'm just another number in here, and you're trying to get in where you fit in, versus that catapult program, it was very hands-on, and it was just the right size for me, that I was really able to get the information and then actually utilize it and be able to still use it, for the betterment of my business. I mean, if I really had to choose one, I would say just the intimacy of it and just the detail, the attention to detail, not just to the processes, but to us as participants. It made a difference.
Got it. What message do you want to send to aspiring visionaries such as yourself?
Well, I'm a big dreamer. So,
Dream big.
yes, I would say if you can dream it, I would say go for it. And I would just say keep going. And like I said, I have one of my dear mentors in my life. She always encourages me, and she tells me to keep going. And that's GEAUXING with a lot of exclamation marks.
Okay.
Keep going.
Keep going.
No matter what obstacles you may face, roll up your sleeves, take a nap, go to sleep, pick it up the next day, and keep going.
All right, former grand bosses of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated, C. Tyrone Gilmore once said, and it stuck with me. He said, first in the heart is the dream. Then the mind architects a plan to make that dream a reality. So whatever your dream is, formulate it in your mind to come up with that plan so you can make that dream happen. And I tell any and everybody, just make it happen. So whatever you're doing, like Dr. King said, whatever you're doing, keep moving forward. And if you keep putting one foot in front of the other and you keep walking by faith and not by sight, it's going to happen. So tell us also, have you experienced any ups and downs in your professional life? And if so, how did you navigate through that and overcome them?
Oh, wow.
Well, when you think about Utah and the demographics of being in Utah, it can be very challenging from being a black person to your belief or what have you, because what's the dominant belief system that's there. But we didn't allow it to really hinder us, because what God has for us is for us, and so we was able to, and so we was able to overcome different obstacles, but it was still, it still was challenging, but we was able to overcome it because of the food that we brought. You can't deny the taste, the flavor, that we brought. And also being able to communicate with people. You don't allow people to to pull you out of who you are, but you're able to maintain your barrier because of who God is in the inside of you. And so we was able to propel ourselves over, the challenges that came, being in Utah, and then transitioning here, trying to get settled has been met with some challenges as far as just, it's like a restart, repositioning yourself.
Okay. So can you tell the listening audience about the process of starting a business such as the one that you guys have?
Oh, so, well, I would say, of course, research. Feasibility studies, just making sure you do your due diligence to make sure you're prepared. But even in that, you'll never, I don't want to say you'll never get to the point where you're like, okay, I have everything together. Now I'm going to move forward. At some point, you have to, gather up what you have, and you have to just begin. You got to start somewhere. And because it's never going to be perfect, your blueprint, your book, and all your research and all that, it can be overwhelming. but you get to a point where you have to start somewhere. So I would just say you want to scale responsibly. Once you do your research and you start, and like I said, we started small, started as a tent, and I'm just using our food brand as an example. But whatever your business endeavor is, start small, build relationships, but continue to grow and scale responsibly and take advantage of opportunities as they come your way. And don't give up, and continue. If you have a setback or if there's something that maybe you missed, well, then you do what you need to do. Roll up your sleeves, wash your hands, get back in the game. But I would definitely say make sure you utilize your resources in your community, your business resource centers, your universities, your academic centers, and your different business growth programs to make sure that you are set up professionally, because that's a big part of making sure that you have all of your your licenses, permits, and all your different things in place, because sometimes that can be a setback for us. We're just so eager to start the business, but we missed some of the administrative things that we're supposed to do. But even if you miss a thing or three, go back, get what you need to get, and keep going. Don't let that stop you.
All right. So let's dive into the community calendar right quick. On next Wednesday, which will be the 22nd at 12 noon, we will have the LGBTQ plus Chamber of Commerce. Their president will be here on the air with us. And on next Wednesday also, 6 o'clock p.m., the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce will have its annual membership drive. That will be at the Suno School of Business Auditorium. And that will be at 6 o'clock p.m. And you need to register for that event, but you don't have to register, but you can still come. And if you want to register, you can get in contact with yours truly at 225-802-9634 to be in that number. So then you too can be a member of the New Orleans Regional Black Chamber of Commerce. We will have some people there doing presentations. We will have some people there talking about DBA and how you can get DBE certified, how you can start a business, and things of that nature to help you with all the stuff that you have going on or going through with your businesses. We will also have the Louisiana Chamber of Commerce Foundation there. And on Friday, August the 7th, 2026, we will have the LCCF regional tour here in New Orleans. Right now, we're trying to nail down a location for that, but you will hear that on next week where it will be, so you can register for that as well. Now, we will have a NOLA HBCU crew party train to Birmingham, leaving out from New Orleans here on the 28th of August and returning on the 30th of August for the HBCU rivalry showdown between Southern University A&M College and Alabama State University on 8/29. That will be in Birmingham at Legion Field. If you want to be in that number, we have run out of train spots, but the train is still going. You can get your own train ticket to the game, but you can contact yours truly to be in that number as well for the other stuff that we have going on. I would like to send a shout out, and I send my condolences to my frat brother, Brother Senator Larry Salders, who we had his funeral service on yesterday. He died at the young age of 44. He will be truly missed. And as everyone says, it's not about how you die or how you were born, but it's how you live your life. And most of your life, the preacher does not have to get up and do this excellent eulogy of you, but it's about the people who are there, who would truly love you. That's what truly speaks for you. Like the song said, "May the work I've done speak for me." So his work truly spoke in volumes on yesterday by the people that showed up, by the people who were there. You know, he was a senator for the state of Louisiana. He was a Democrat, but he had everyone from all parties across the aisles, including the governor, the mayor of Baton Rouge, and everybody else was in attendance. So, also, Black Men's Wellness Day, get checked out, not checked in, will be at Congo Square on 10/10/26. So, please go to Eventbrite. Go ahead and register for that. And so you can be there, so you can get checked out and not checked in. You know, many of us do not take heed to the warnings that we have about our bodies and about our health. So we need to take our health as serious as most times we take our business, especially here on Black to Business. This is a show about Black businesses and how we promote that and how the chamber assists with that. But in order for you to have a business, in order for you to have a business to promote, you have to be here. So in order for you to be here, we need you to get checked out and not what?
Checked in.
So please get checked out and not checked in. So we got about 2 to 3 more minutes left on the show. So I'm going to let the Taste of Louisiana Utah close us out. But first of all, I got a question for both of y'all. Tell us about who or what has motivated you to be the person that you are.
Oh, wow.
Who or what?
So I would say, so my parents, of course, my parents have had a lot of influence in my life. But overall, I would say God has shaped who I am and who I am and where I am today. And even though I am a product of the things that I've experienced, but I have to say that by walking by faith, that God has allowed me to be able to hone in on the vision and the plan in which He has for me. And so the people along the way that I have met and that have mentored me.
All right.
Yeah, and I just want to add to that. The same for me. The challenge is just growing up in life and coming from Washington Pad, Bogalusa, where I lived at. There was a lot of challenges. A lot of segregation still was going on, even though we was past that. Should have been past that, but I never wanted to let someone control my destiny and tell me what I was going. So it motivated me to be the best person that I could be. During that time, I was in myself, but then when my life changed, when Jesus Christ became the head of my life, then my eyes was opened up. The veil came out, and I can see a lot of things clear. So it allowed me to just know how to be successful, to be prosperous, to just overcome the difficulties of life that comes my way, but handle them in a way that I'll be able to maintain my integrity with God.
All right. So as always, in the words of Kung Fu Panda, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why it's called present. Enjoy the gift and continue. May the Lord our God continue to bless you as you continue to be a blessing to others. See you on next Wednesday. And then we'll see you then on Black to Business. Thank y'all.
Thank you.